So they looked like industry dudes. They looked like they had the cars, he come in the Escalade, big Escalade. So now I'm asking like my homegirls, like, yo, what's up with dude? Like, he's talking about telling me how he's been in the industry. He was really close and on tour with Jodeci. Like, it was like, okay, if I'm dealing with dude and he put me on, that can work.
Just don't you think the chance is shining bright? Fake flair and style, she's you got it like. From the hustle to the heart, she's been through it all. Empowering women, she's standing tall.
So, at this time, I've been in the game for a few months, and I am working at this club called Sexy Dancer. And it is down the street from the club that I started at. And it is a hole in the wall. But it's mad fun. It's tight, it's hood, but it's mad fun. And this guy would come in quite frequently. At first, I didn't say much to him, or we didn't say much to each other. But his friend was the security guard there. So his friend used to flirt with me all the time. And one day, he came up to me while I was on the stage. Now, I see him come in, but we don't say nothing. And plus, he wasn't spending no money, so he was cute, but
Cute.
Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, he's coming with his friend and his cousin, so they looked like industry dudes. They looked like they had the cars, he come in the Escalade, big Escalade, and he had the chains and he looked like an industry dude, but he wasn't spending no money for real. Like but I see the girls crowd around when they come in. So I'm like, it was a weird dynamic. It did a little bit because it was like mystery. Like, what? Like, first of all, why are the girls around you? You don't ever spend no money. But, so I don't say much or whatever. And then one day I'm on the stage dancing by myself, and he comes over to the stage and he's tipping me. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I never see him tipping, but he's tipping me. So I'm like, okay. So I'm still fairly new to the club. So he's like tipping me a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there. It's not much, but it is like, okay, he don't tip nobody. So I wonder what's up. So he starts asking me like, what's my name and where am I from? And so I tell him, I'm from Connecticut or whatever. He's like, oh, you are, what you doing up here? Whatever. So we have small talk, but I'm trying to make my money, so I cut that short. So he's like, when you get off the stage, come to the bar. So I'm like, okay. So I get off the stage, I go in the back. So I'm asking like my homegirls, like, yo, what's up with dude? Like, so I'm asking the girls, I'm like, what's up with oh boy? Like, I see he don't never really be tipping or whatever, but he's tipping me. And they're like, oh, he's cool. That's such and such. They always in here or whatever. They be at water clubs. So I'm like, okay. So I go to the bar and, he buys me a drink. He's buying me a lot of drinks. And we're just talking, laughing. I'm talking with his homeboys. We're laughing and stuff. And we just became cool. So he started coming in. So normally if I see him, it'll be maybe like once a week. But now he's coming in more frequently. Like 3 and 4 times a week. And that's what it appeared. Like, I mean, a little bit here and there. Yeah, like a little something. So I go talk to him for a little bit, but I got to get to my money, so I can't stay over here. So now we basically exchange numbers, and now we're talking outside the club. And our first date was him inviting me to a cookout at his cousin's house. So I'm like, okay, strange, but I guess. And I was liking him. Like, he's talking about telling me how he's been in the industry. He was really close and on tour with Jodeci. He's showing me some stuff and telling me how he has his own label now. Him and his friends have their own label and they're pushing that. One of his cousins was an artist, so they were pushing him. So I'm thinking, okay, this is dope. They're trying to do their own thing. And since I'm into music and I'm into modeling and stuff, and they shoot their own videos and everything. So I'm like, this is kind of dope. Like maybe, you know what I mean, this could work. Maybe he'll see my potential and he'll, you know what I mean, help me get to where I want to go. That's what I'm thinking. So, you know, we start hanging out more. And at the time I lived in the Bronx, but I would be going to New York, to Queens a lot. He was in Jamaica, Queens. So when I go and hang out over there, I'll just stay. So I'm like getting to know him and trying to figure out where I fit. You know, I'm like, my hopes is that I done hit the jackpot and I'm about to get put on. That's what I'm hoping.
So not any Jackson.
No, I did start to like. I did. He was cool. I did like him.
Okay.
I did start to like him.
So it wasn't just
It wasn't just that. Right. I just thought that, you know, that would help. Yes, that would help. Like, know what I mean? Like Jay-Z, Beyonce type thing. That's what I'm thinking, you know? Because I wasn't like just out there wilding. Like everything I was doing, I was really doing it for a purpose. Like it was like, okay, if I'm dealing with dude and he put me on, that can work. Right? So that's my plan. So I'm spending time with him, getting to know him, working. You know, at this point, I'm not even staying in the Bronx, really, because I'm with him all the time when I'm not at work. But I'm at work more. But when I'm not, I'm going back over there. So I thought. So as I'm getting to know him, you know, he's telling me that he lives in Long Island and that he stays in Queens because it's closer than going all the way to Long Island. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, Long Island's kind of far. So that makes sense. His parents live in Queens. He bought them a house, so he just stayed downstairs. It's an apartment, like a little apartment, studio, 1 bedroom, really. And he just stays there because he always out that way. So that's what I was told. So that's what I believed. But then I started realizing that where's your house at in Long Island? Like, so I done met the mother, the father. I'm at the cookouts. They straight. I don't see him a whole lot because I work, and then when I come home, when I go to his house, the apartment's like in the basement. So go down there, sleep all day till it's time for me to work again. So I don't see them much, but they know I'm there. He gets up, he goes to work. So
You ever go to his place of work?
I'm gonna get to that. So as we're, you know, the more time I'm spending, the more things start to reveal itself. So when I met him, he told me, I was like 23. I was about 23. He told me he was 26, 27, something like that. So I'm like, okay, you know, I found his ID. That's how I found out. Yeah, so I'm like, okay. And I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I mean, that's a stretch, but I just was like, I don't know. Okay, let's just see, right? Let's see. Hopefully nothing else comes out, right? So time is going by, you know, and things are just not moving in the direction that I want them to. Like, it's like he likes me around, but we're not like going on dates. We're not progressing. I'm just with him and the crew all the time. Like, and then his cousin was married, so they lived like in Queens too. So we'd be at their house a lot, stuff like that, but not really like, not what I'm looking for. So I'm like, okay. I mean, obviously you like me because you got me around all the time, but what is going on here? So I realized that this is just not going the way I wanted to go. So now I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, dude. So I am in the middle of drama because his cousin, who was the artist, was messing with the girls in the club. His wife, I became friends with his wife. So he's trying to mess with my friends. So now I'm in the middle of that. And I'm just like, so your friends are clowns? Okay. Then he's like, now I'm going to different clubs. He's popping up at all the clubs that I'm at, just coming in, talking junk, picking with me. We're arguing outside the club. We're arguing in the club while I'm working. We're arguing outside the club. We're fighting outside the club. It was just really crazy. And I wasn't really like, okay, you a little too old to be in the club chasing me around the club all the time. And you get what I'm saying? Like, it didn't really dawn on me yet. So I'm like, okay. Yes, it ended up getting physical a couple times. Not like the entire time. It was a lot of verbal abuse. It was a lot of mental abuse. He threw a chair at me. This was at a barbecue.
In front of other people.
While I was in the pool.
In front of other people.
Yeah. He threw a drink in my face in the club. I had my time too. I took his phone, threw it in the street, and then tried to run over him. I pulled out a knife on him. The hitting probably started because of me, because I hit him first. Because I just was always like, I'm not going to be that girl to get my butt whooped. So if you get close enough and you loud enough, I'm going to probably swing first in hopes that you don't come any further type of deal.
Almost like a cat in the corner.
Yeah. So that I probably set that off. I probably made that okay. It's never okay, but it was like, or under alcohol, just, being drunk, coming out the club. Oh yeah, I used to get drunk because that's how I coped in the club. So I used to get drunk, yeah. So that was happening. Then I found out that he did not live in Long Island at all. Because although this stuff was going on, he was opening up more and more. I guess because some of the things I was accepting, it was like, she gonna be around. So he started like telling me once I'm asking, like, yo, what's up with Long Island? Like, why haven't I been there? So I don't remember how the conversation went exactly, but I found out that he didn't live in Long Island. Okay? I also found out that the cars he was driving weren't his either. So he worked for a really large company in New York as a butler to the owners, but he didn't stay there. So he would go pick up groceries, pick up whatever they needed, and they would give him the cars to drive, and he had the keys to the house, he had bank accounts, cards, all that stuff. And he would run around for them. So he ended up taking me, because I kept asking, he ended up taking me to the house to see the house. Yeah, to show me what it is that he do. So I've actually went with him to go run errands, because now he's showing me what he does. I'm really just like, wow. Like this, you couldn't just say this from the beginning. Like, he was very clearly very insecure with himself. I almost felt like I wasn't in a position to judge. So now I'm like, I went from you making it, so take me with you, to let's make it together. That's really what it became. I think he thought that I was this young, naive girl that he could manipulate and use. And I came to that conclusion because his friends used to do that. So he had a friend who was somewhat trying to be a pimp. And I've realized that's when I started getting real aggressive, because now I feel like, oh, you thought you was about to pimp me? Is that what this was about? You thought you were going to be, But I honestly believe that those were his intentions, was to try that. But I really believe he started to really like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But again, it was just like, I think he bit off more than he could chew. Like, I'm not that girl. Yeah, like I started caring about him. I stayed because I wanted to help him so we could help each other. Like, I wanted us to help each other. He had a dream. For example, right? He's trying to get his label up. He's trying to get his artists up. They need girls for videos. I'll do it. I can get my friends to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I started working with him. You need somebody on the hook real quick? I can do it. It was like that. And now looking back, I just feel like his intentions were wrong. Like, I feel like it didn't work because his intentions were wrong. I think the intention was really the problem. But he was insecure. He was very insecure also. And I say that because you couldn't even tell me your real age. You couldn't tell me where you lived for real. Like, you bought your parents' house, I think. That's what you said. So if you stay there, you ain't married, you ain't got no kids. So why you couldn't say you staying here? Like, that would make sense to me. So things just was getting bad because my respect as things are coming out, and then you still.
Just one thing touches you right. Fake fairy style, shit you gotta like.